Today we're going to be engraving some leather mouse pads. Hi everybody, my name is Ryan and I am the Laser Noob. So I've got some scrap leather and we're going to run a test grid. We're going to make sure that we know what our speed and our power settings are. And then we're going to take this mouse pad, we're going to put it in and we're going to engrave something on it, clean it all up and see how it all looks. So with that, let's move over to the computer and let's get to work. Okay, so we have Lightburn open, we have our speed, power, test grid all set up in here. So what we're going to do is, I know that 5, 10, and 20 are probably a little too slow, especially when you get out to around 100 power. So all I'm going to do for today is I am going to highlight those three, and I'm going to go ahead and delete those. So now I'm running, my speed's going to be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90 millimeters a second. Remember, everything I do is millimeters a second, so don't take my settings if you're running millimeters per minute. You're going to have to make some adjustments. So 100% power all the way down to 10% power, 30 millimeters a second, all the way up to 90 millimeters a second. And that is what we're going to engrave on our leather. So it's nice and easy. All we're going to do, we've already got the scrap leather in the laser. We're going to switch over, head over to that. We'll burn our test grid and see which one's going to look best after we clean it up. All right, so I ran two tests. I ran one without air assist and one with air assist. And there's a couple of things. So without the air assist, you can see how it kind of singes, you know, on these lower speeds at the higher power here. But with the air assist, it just, the lines between them actually are really weak. The lines without air assist turned out a little bit cleaner. So when I'm looking at my squares, the lines in between my squares are much sharper without the air assist as opposed to with the air assist. So I'm probably going to do this without the air assist. And so there's a couple of things. If I'm doing like a patch for a hat, I want a little bit of a deeper engrave. But on a mouse pad like I'm gonna do, I don't want it real deep because, you know, if you're using a non-trackball like a regular mouse, you know, when it goes over a deep engrave, it might skip and it's not going to work right. So I just want a fairly smooth surface. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here on the with the air assist here at 90 millimeters a second, and I'm going to go at, this is 10, which you can't even see, 20 and 30. So the 30 is just got a tiny bit of depth to it. I'm not real sure how this is going to look because the mouse pad's a different color, so I'm just going to go off of what this is looking like here, and if I have to, maybe I'll do a second pass on it. But I'm thinking I'm going to do 90 and 30, and we're going to see how this thing turns out. So let's hop back into the laser, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so we did our speed power test grid on our little scrap piece of leather, and we did, you know, the mouse pad. This obviously is a different color, so I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but it actually turned out really well. So my speed was 90 millimeters a second, and I was running at 30% power. It took about 50 minutes for this, but it came out nicely. Nice and crisp. So when I first took it off, this is the first time I've done a real leather mouse pad. I've done some faux leather stuff, but this was the first real leather. So all I did to clean this up, because when you first take it off, it looks a little black, and it really pops out with the black. But this is flesh. I mean, this is skin. So, I mean, it's just from a cow. So you got to clean that up. It's just soot. So all I did is I took a microfiber cloth, got it a little bit damp, not soaking wet, just damp, and I scrubbed on it a little bit, left to right, top to bottom, you know, getting in all the little grooves, and it got rid of all that black. And I wasn't really sure if it was going to turn out real sharp, but I mean, man, I mean, it looks, I mean, that is crisp and clean. I mean, that looks really good. And since it's a mouse pad and I only went, you know, 90 and 30, 90 for my speed, 30 for my power, I didn't really engrave very far into this. So a mouse will go nice and smoothly across this. So we've got a nice clean etch that's nice and smooth for a mouse. Now, like I said, if I'm doing a leather patch for a hat, I'm probably going to go a little bit deeper because I'm not worried about running a mouse across a patch. So, but all in all, man, I'm pretty happy with this. I think this looks fantastic. So I'll put a link to these mouse pads. I got these on Amazon. The link will be down below. Guys, thank you again for watching the video. Please make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button over there in that corner, and we'll see you guys in the next video.